Hey everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just gone over to XRP once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So far so good. We're absolutely nailing this market, aren't we? Going against the crowd and the mentality, the over bullishness, the over bearishness, and things like that. And we're riding these waves. And I think that this chart here, one of the main clues to XRP's price action is this chart. Okay, and this is what I relay to you. So yesterday, look at that absolute dollar and cent 103, 182. Now I've had that in the chart since you created this. Okay, starting to come up like this as you broke down. Had this yellow line in there for a very long time, and look at the bounce off it yesterday. So like I said to you, I think that once we get down there and start to come back up, I think that this is what, there'll be the catalyst to push us down even further for XRP, and we'll start to see that, big push to the downside, and that's exactly what we did do. Yesterday we lost that structural support and we've dropped again, and right now we're coming back up into the resistance. So there is a flag pattern on XRP that I'm looking at, which I think is a telltale clue, but equally within this particular chart as well, I think we may have clues here as well, because if it is copying the fractal from last year, which it pretty much is, okay, at the moment, look at that. So we've got that support, came back up into the 10. At the moment, I'm looking for this support coming back up into the 10. This is the key test over the next few days. I think we could have a golden opportunity here within this chart that will relate to, obviously, to Bitcoin and XRP's position, right there. So what I'm looking at basically is a retracement to the 10 EMA for the DXY, and then a golden opportunity for XRP and Bitcoin. Now I do think Bitcoin will front run the breakout, because it's what typically it does. It front ran it here as well. When it started to break down, Bitcoin did break out first. Everyone's getting really frustrated in XRP. I remember it really well, saying, what you're talking about, Bitcoin's taking off, blah blah blah. And I said to you, just kick back, relax, know that if Bitcoin's breaking out, XRP will eventually play catch up. And that's what happens, sort of the mid caps catch up, then the lower caps, and the mid range, and then the micro caps catch up. And that's exactly what we're seeing. We've been seeing that across the board. There's been so much opportunity that I've been relaying to you. And obviously as Bitcoin goes sideways, some of these altcoins, especially XRP, they take bigger dumps. Basically they have the bigger corrections because they go up so much, and it's not rocket science. It's really simple to see that. So at the minute it is playing out like it has before, so I'm going to give credit where it's due. At the moment, if we're looking at its retracement and another drop, wow, I think my 131 target's going to get met, and we've nailed it. And we've got the corrective waves, the flag pattern on XRP, and we've got another move coming up, which in theory should take out the July high. Okay, so let's dive into the XRP chart. But over the next few days, just be patient, kick back, relax. I think if we get a resistance signal in this particular chart and it does what it did there, then we're looking at a monumental move, vertical move for the crypto markets, especially XRP. But obviously, please remind you that Bitcoin will go first. You'll get really bored and annoyed with XRP again, but then XRP in theory should play catch up. So all eyes on the DXY and the Bitcoin chart over the next few days. Okay, let's dive into the XRP chart right now and see what we can see. So quickly, before I do dive into the XRP chart, with confidence of the fact that we've not seen the DXY backtest that 10 EMA right now, I would not necessarily be quick to call the bottom of this correction in, okay? Not necessarily seeing XRP backtest that 20 EMA right now as well. So obviously we're looking for more data in the charts to confirm the bottom, but I'm trying to find confluence as best as I can. Now I have posted this particular setup, Solana, when it was coming up here. I did post this on Twitter and for the Discord crew. I was looking at a head and shoulders pattern there, and I said if you lose this neckline, backtest resistance, boom, you drop in. So at the moment we do have a technical target that this particular chart is in, so this could be adding confidence to the fact that the bottom of this particular correction that we're going through for XRP and the crypto markets is not necessarily over. Okay, so I think the technical target for this particular chart at the moment is 46,527. There's a little bit of confluence as well in this analysis, in the sense that we've got this huge level of resistance, got this ending triangle there. We broke out, back test, see you later. But what we did do on this resistance here, we never back tested it. So in theory we've come up, made a high, made a higher high, made a lower high, so you're rolling here, you've back tested the resistance, so it looks as though you're dropping to the technical target before continuation. So I think the confluence may be in this chart that the correction might not necessarily be in for XRP, okay? And then this is what I do, I try and find confluence in many other charts. We've got the DXY, which is not necessarily back tested that 10 EMA on the daily time frame at the moment, so it's still a little bit choppy. So I would not necessarily be quick to jump into any long positions on XRP at this point. There is a possibility that the correction's in, and we might start to carve out some structural bottom, but I would most definitely be patient, wait for the 10 EMA, wait for this technical target to be met. Obviously it can be invalidated, and if it's to start to break up like this, then yeah, this target's out the window, and I've taught you that. Okay, so again, patience is key, isn't it, with XRP? Let's dive into the XRP chart right now and see what we can see. Okay, looking at XRP on a 4-hourly time frame at the moment, one thing that's got me leaning towards the fact that we are going to see a continuation here is simply because of the price action. So again, the price action can give you clues, and like I said to you at this point, the overlapping zigzag waves coming back, it looks like some kind of flag, doesn't it? So we've had this beautiful move up for XRP, and right now we're coming back in some kind of flag corrective waves, overlapping zigzag waves with a potential to come up and take out the local high. So like I said to you, I've said to you so many times, when you come up in a clean impulse like this and you start to see these overlapping zigzag waves, in my opinion, they provide opportunity opportunity. So why would this time be any different? Okay, so I'm just looking at this point. If you bought here, bought there, whatever, I think, you know, we're looking at an opportunity to come up and break out that local high. And when we do, we could begin to really attack that July high. Okay, so like I said to you, from this point, I know a lot of people are looking at something like that, but you know, we're sort of mirroring what we did in 2020. We found the previous local high as resistance, start to come back, hold support, and then, you know, came up again. So I think that if we start to take out 07336, and I think, you know, we've got a looking glass taking out that high, and then I'm looking to march towards that white line, you know, as a kilo resistance in time. Okay, so I'll show you that as and when it happens, and obviously if it happens, there's no guarantees, but what we do have here is some kind of flag pattern coming back, which is typical of corrective waves. So you have a clean impulse, flag pattern coming back, and you break out and continue. Okay, so this has happened before, so again, be patient, because obviously we could start to break out here, fall back to support, and this confirm your bottom, but we could equally roll again, come back to the 20, then we begin to compress and break out. Okay, so again, just be patient. We need to see more data in the charts before jumping into any long positions or whatever, okay, to confirm the bottom from which we've come. And we've traded these like an absolute boss many times. Okay, so if we take a look at this particular move way back in the start of the year, and I remember, you know, how bullish I actually got on this particular chart because of what we did at this point. We came up in a beautiful impulsive move like that, 5 waves up, and then we started to zigzag back just like we are right now. We've got some kind of flag pattern, and I said to you, once this breaks out, this is a golden opportunity to come up, and it's the same, you know, I'm relaying to you right now. There was your local high, you're coming back in a flag pattern after a clean impulsive move up, you're flagging back, and once you take out the resistance, you go long, previous pivot low, stop loss, and then you ride it up. And we rode this. It was a beautiful move for the CoinsKid crew, and I remember at this point people saying no way, you know, and all that kind of rubbish, but you know, the price action gives the game away. So at the moment there's no bias. Obviously if we break down, we break down, but what I'm looking for is confirmation and data in this chart, some kind of reversal signature, whether or not it's at this point, high low structure and ascending triangle, and we start to take out those resistance point, that for me will begin to confirm the bottom from which you've come. Okay, so we're looking for a breakout, fall back to support, hold support, previous pivot low is your stop loss, at that point go long, and we're riding it all the way up, possibly to this white line towards the end of the year right here, which would be absolutely amazing for the CoinsKid crew right there to go against the herd and the mentality right there. And this is what we've been looking at, that white line we've been looking at for a very, very long time. I think roughly around about $1.31, isn't it? So far so good. The clues are in the charts, and right now the flag pattern that we've got here could be a major clue. Now I did go through this with you the other day. I think that what we've got possibly here is some kind of A wave down. We had the B wave bull trap, and then we're coming down the C wave. So again, opportunity. It never feels like opportunity, does it? And what we're looking for in the C wave was 5 waves. So we've got the 1, possible 2, there's a 3, it's a 4, 5, which is almost complete, absolutely possible, if not complete already. But again, to confirm that it is complete, we need to see the structure and the data in the charts and taking out this resistance. At that point, we take it out, kick back, relax, wait for the back test of support, which should come in theory. Previous pivot lows, your stop loss, and then you ride it up. And that's basically what we did way back in January on this flag as well. I remember it coming all the way back. Oh no, it's going to 0, broke out, back test, see you later. We put a pivot low is the stop loss, and we rode it all the way up to the 2.618, to the 2.272, I think it was, the typical wave 3 target. Look at that, boom. So like I said at the time, because this is come up in 5 waves, I think that's a wave 1, like this. So we came up in this wave 1, we flagged all the way back, and then this next wave, if we take out the 1 fib, I was looking at minimal 2.272, because that's typically where wave 3 gets to. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we had this sideways correction, and we broke again. So you got 5 waves up. Look at that beautiful move, and that absolutely nailed the targets as well, the 1618, but that's another story. Okay, so anyway, aside from that, we've got the clean impulse move up, the flag's back, boom. So we've got exactly the same here, clean impulse move up, the flag coming back. So in theory, if we're copying what we did in January, this should be about to break out to the upside and then go some, basically, and possibly towards that white line and taking out that July high. Okay, so far so good, riding these waves like an absolute boss. The invalidation of such right now in the short term, and I think you know, a really bearish outlook for XRP, is if you start to break down and you start to turn that thick yellow line into resistance on the weekly, I'll be looking for a lower high at this point, and I'll be looking to short the hell out of it and get out of XRP, because I think you've got a monumental ABC at this point and continuation to the downside here. Okay, so for XRP, again, there's no bias, it is what it is. If I start to see data in the charts, I'll relay that message to you, but so far so good. We've got the overlapping corrective wave, some kind of flag pattern. So you know, I think this opportunity, just like I relayed to you way back there in January of this year as well, opportunity never feels like opportunity. Clean impulse move up, flag, boom boom boom, see you later, continuation. Good luck everybody, wish you the utmost luck, but again, there's confluence in other charts that the correction might not necessarily be in yet. Kick back, relax, wait for more data in this XRP chart to confirm the bottom. Take care everyone, stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Back soon with another update on XRP. Bye bye.